Wow, okay, so I made a huge mistake earlier this week. When I released my video talking about everything happening in Pokemon Go throughout the week, I stated that there's nothing happening this weekend, but that is completely untrue. We are actually going to be getting a community day this weekend, and it's actually looking to be one of the best community days that we've had all year. So I wanted to talk about that in this video to specifically get you geared up for this community day because you absolutely do not want to miss it. Alright, what's happening everyone? Count Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So, this is going to be a bit of a course correction, mainly because earlier this week with my weekly video talking about everything going on in Pokemon Go, I stated that there's nothing happening this coming weekend, but in fact, we're actually going to be getting a community day. What ended up happening is that I thought that this particular community day was actually happening next week, but it's actually happening this week, and it's going to be this Sunday, and you do not want to miss it. This is going to be a community day featuring the Pokemon Solosis, which is one of those shinies that I know a lot of players have been wanting, but in particular, it's going to be getting a pretty decent move, and there's a couple of things with this community day that are actually really important. So let's really quick go over the details for this community day, and then afterwards, let me talk about why you absolutely cannot miss it. October 2025 Community Day featuring the Pokemon Solosis is going to be happening on Sunday, October 12th from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon for this Community Day is, of course, going to be Solosis, and you will finally be able to get its shiny form as well. Now, during this Community Day, if you were to evolve Solosis all the way to Ranunculus, then you're going to be able to get the featured attack Charm. I really do think this attack might actually elevate this Pokemon to actual useful levels, especially when it comes to PvP. We'll just have to wait and see, but I predict that this is going to be a very solid move specifically for this Pokemon. Now, during this community day, there's going to be a special research which you could purchase in the web store or the in-game shop, and if you were to complete it, you will get encounters with Solosis with a special background. And there's also going to be field research rewards during this community day, which is also going to award you with Solosis encounters and possibly one with a special background, as well as Great Balls and more items. Now, I will say that when it comes to these community days, you will want to make sure you do not ignore field research tasks, because they are a great way for you to pick up high IV shinies of the community day Pokemon, and you could possibly get one with the special background. So make sure you complete field research tasks along the way, and you might get yourself something really good. And then finally, there's also going to be a timed research specifically tied to the Community Ambassador program, and you're also going to be able to get premium items through this special research, as well as encounters with Solosis with a special background. And then finally, let's go over the event bonuses, and this is something I will be discussing later. During this community day, you're going to get 3 times the amount of Stardust for every Pokemon that you catch. You're also going to get double the amount of candy for every Pokemon that you catch. You're going to have double the chance to get Candy XL for every Pokemon you catch. And then lure modules are going to last for 1 hour, and then incense are going to last for 3 hours, and this excludes the daily adventure incense. You're also going to get additional spawns when you take snapshots of Pokemon, and you're going to get 1 additional trade, and trades are going to cost 50% less Stardust. Alright, so why is this community day important? Well, first and foremost, the Stardust bonus. 3 times Stardust for every Pokemon you catch. That is one of those bonuses that we do not get even for community days. And I think because of that, this is going to be a pretty big one, because with Stardust, you're definitely going to want to get as much as you can, because this is a resource that you're always using, whether it be for powering up Pokemon or maxing out max moves or different things like that. So this is definitely going to be super important. It's going to be one of the best opportunities for you to get yourself a ton of Stardust, and you do not want to miss out on that. But the one thing with this particular community day is that they're trying out something new. I think for a lot of players, they've been wanting them to bring back the extended raid hours. I don't know if you remember this, but if you were not able to participate during the 3-hour window of a community day, there was actually an option for you to still participate in the community day by participating in these 4-star raids. But Niantic got rid of that after a while, and they had no explanation for why they got rid of it, even though it was actually incredibly popular. And I really do think that, for what it's worth, people have been wanting them to do something similar or to bring it back. But they're going to be doing something different, and it's going to be along the same lines, and for many players, this might actually be an improvement. So what they're going to be doing is that for until 9 o'clock p.m. local time, you're actually going to be able to get additional community day spawns through lure modules. So if you were to use a lure module on a Pokestop, you're actually going to be able to see a bunch of Solosises, and yes, they are going to have the boosted shiny rate, and they're also potentially going to have the special community day background. Again, this is a completely new thing. This is something that they're trying out for the very first time, and I actually think this is a really key thing with this Sunday's community day. And I think most players will agree that the special backgrounds are actually something that is desirable. Like, if you were to get yourself a shiny with the special background, that is actually going to be a really cool addition to your collection. And when it comes to this lure module thing, I think this is a really cool addition, and it's definitely going to be something that I predict is going to be incredibly popular. So yeah, that's going to be happening this Sunday, and I know I didn't mention it in that earlier video, which is quite unfortunate because I do consider those videos as an anchor video every week. I want to make sure I get the information out correctly, but I didn't do that this time. So I apologize for that, for anyone who does follow those videos specifically and they utilize those videos in order to get the best information for what's happening in Pokemon Go during the week. I always want to make sure I give you the best information, and I dropped the ball this time around. So hopefully in the future I will be a lot more careful, and yeah. Again, this is going to be a super important event, so do not miss it. It's going to be happening this Sunday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time. And if you can't make those hours, make sure you have a bunch of lure modules ready, because you'll still be able to potentially get yourself a shiny Solosis, and even so, maybe one with a special background. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding everything that I talked about down below. Is there something in particular that you are looking forward to in regards to this community day? Do you feel like the lure module thing is a really cool addition? Definitely share your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you could do that is going to be by joining my Patreon. And if you decide to become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to personally add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So that means for stuff like remote raids, the friendship system, opening and sending gifts, different things like that. If you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms you see right now on the bottom of your screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and that'll be a huge help to my channel, and you'll have access to some exclusive content, and you'll be able to keep up with my daily life. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all later.